Neil Breen is possibly the most interesting independent filmmaker in the past decade. Don't get me wrong, it's not because he makes good movies, more the opposite. His movies are wonders of poor writing and acting. He's been making movies for a while, but has only really gained popularity in the past about 3 years when several YouTubers started talking about him and his films. I personally found out about him through YMS's video on his movie Fateful Findings, which I highly recommend you watch, though be aware his video is fairly laden with explicit language considering it's not a school project. Now, Neil's movies are interesting enough on their own, but on top of all being masterpieces, they're all social commentaries. Now, the casual viewer may miss this, as it's incredibly subtle.
This national and international corruption.
Governments and corporations, fraudulent and criminal activities.
I hate the politicians in my country.
I left my country to make a better life for my family.
I realize what I'm doing is illegal, but I gotta do it.
But if you look closely, you'll see what I mean.
I hate the politicians in my country. They're so corrupt.
Neil actually says it's one of the 3 constant elements of his films, the other 2 being a mysticism or a paranormal element, and a lost love or lost romance element in life. To quote Neil himself, "I don't try to tell people what's right or wrong, I don't preach to people. I just sort of lay out something that I think is interesting and thought-provoking." Are you sure about that, Neil? I mean, the social commentary in these movies is so heavy-handed, it feels like you're literally being beaten over the head. Then to contrast that, of course, there's elements of absolute nonsense that Neil practically admits have no meaning, like these baby heads. Yeah, also, somehow, despite Neil literally stating which people he believes are harmful, I've been unable to figure out what his politics are. It's an amazing phenomenon that continues to baffle me, a delicious mixture of perfect clarity and absolute nonsense. Now, that's not to say we can't tell what Neil believes. Out of the 3 of his 5 movies that I've watched, the message remains consistent. Well, that may be cheating considering Double Down and Fateful Findings are basically 2 different takes on the same goddamn movie. Fateful Findings is better. Basically, Neil believes that the government and institutions such as banks and law firms are corrupt and essentially pillars of evil in society, which is why he just hacks the shit out of them.
I'm going to continue hacking into these government systems to see what I can find out about all this national and international corruption I know is going on.
Yeah, he's a hacker in both Fateful Findings and Double Down. Oh, and don't worry, he gets even more heavy-handed near the end of the movies. In his second most recent film, Pass Through, he expands his views a little. Not only does he now make a commentary on the state of other countries than the United States, but he now puts reality show stars on the same level as corrupt politicians? In short, I think Neil speaks to what the majority of us feel. The people making decisions for us do not have our best interests at heart. Corruption is widespread in this world, and people are eager to stop it, but it's not easy for the common man. I guess that's why Neil has goddamn superpowers in every goddamn movie and uses them to just kill millions of people.
International prisons are reporting that their most serious criminals have mysteriously disappeared.
International lawyers, accountants, and CEOs are missing.
It's as if all the harmful people on Earth are disappearing.
The board of directors and management of key international banks and insurance companies have vanished overnight.
Even ignorant reality shows about families, housewives, groups, individuals, those casts are all gone.
If it can be destroyed by the truth, it deserves to be destroyed by the truth.
You won't need security. You're gone.
I've eliminated 300 million humans from the planet today. In human terms, I have killed them all.
Thanks, Neil. Your genius has truly saved the human race.